Yeah, something very interesting. I always I have lots of things bubbling in my mind and I want to it's a real explosion. I feel like Bradley Cooper in Limitless. Have you seen the movie Limitless? So I feel like it's not that I'm high, but all sorts of ideas, concepts, thoughts coming back in my mind. And I was actually thinking of what trait in me that I find most attractive. And as a woman, this is particularly pertinent. Why? Because I feel like personally for me, I feel like most people, perhaps when they look at me, they see like perhaps I'm eye candy, I look pretty, I look glamorous, and that's not what I say, that's what people say. And of course, I think there is an element of truth in that. I take pride in my appearance. I think that I look good, and yeah, I would totally date myself. So definitely, I won't be dismissing any compliments. I love myself. I love to look at myself. I love to beautify myself, and I love to take care of myself. But when people like always focus just on my appearance, I think that it's a bit sad. Not just me, but women in general. It seems like people always categorize women in two different boxes. Either you look good and you're dumb, or you're intellectual and you're ugly, which is, I think, extremely inaccurate, and it's a kind of cliche. I remember this quote. I don't know where I read it, but it was very funny. Like, it's not like every time you wear a few layers of mascara, your IQ is dropping down by a few levels. Like, this is so true. Just because you look pretty, you are very fashionable and all of that, doesn't mean that your mind is empty, that you're not intelligent or talented. In fact, the more I'm growing older, the more I really ask myself, like, am I not a bit too high maintenance? Like, why am I devoting so much of my time, energy, and money, especially, in trying to look good? Is it what matters the most to me, or do I want to feel good? It is true that looking good makes you feel good. Like, I can vouch for that as someone who has struggled quite a bit in the past with my emotions. There is no denying any mental health expert or any guru, any counselor will tell you that if you want to get out of, for example, depression, then do yourself a favor, take care of yourself, beautify yourself, man or woman, like wear nice clothes, work out, go for a spa or a massage or a facial or whatever. Just make sure you look good so that you feel good in your skin. This is so true. But as a woman, more and more, when I feel like I honestly, what I feel makes me more attractive, my own opinion, what I find most hot in me is my brains actually. I like it. I feel happy when someone compliments me on my skills, on my talent, on my intellect, on my other achievements, which have nothing to do with how I look. Because let's not forget, guys, beauty, I know that this sounds cliche, but beauty is not just a pretty face or, you know, some people have a rotten character and are very nasty and mean and just horrible people. So it is irrelevant how they look, even if they look like Miss Universe. I think it doesn't make them a very attractive person. For me personally, like my criteria for finding someone attractive, man or woman, is like how nice, how humble, how kind, how generous, and how they treat people, right? So yeah, for me, like at 29 years old, I'm asking myself questions because it's true when I look back on my some of my financial decisions or choices, my spending habits, I see that I've bought a lot of makeup that I could have saved that money for something else more important. And today I try to be a little bit more careful whenever I'm spending my money on something, guys. Like, we work so hard to earn it. Whenever I do that, I try to ask myself, like, am I doing this for people? Am I trying to look good or impress people? Or am I really sure that in the long term this is going to be an investment? I can swear that in the past, I still have, like, one day I will show you. I have a box of lipsticks and eye makeup. Some of them I have never used. So, so ashamed. Some of them I have never used. And it's just that you don't need to have 50 pairs of shoes, bags, and whatnot. Yeah, I love shoes, by the way, but I try to think like, imagine that I'm able to live a minimalistic, low maintenance life one day. I'm not saying that you have to suddenly become like a drastic hermit and just not have anything. I don't want to become that kind of minimalist. Materialism is beneficial in moderate doses. Money does contribute to a sense of well being. We won't deny that. I am myself, I do acknowledge that I'm quite a materialistic person. I like a comfortable life. I like buying nice things for myself. But more and more, I feel like the more you have, the more of a burden it is in your life. And the less you have, if you keep only meaningful things in your life, meaningful people in your life, meaningful hobbies and habits in your life, you will feel like so relieved. You will feel less stressed. You will feel more, you will have more clarity what really matters and what doesn't matter to you. Well, I am not the kind of person, I would say, I'm not a hoarder. I don't like to waste anything. I like to recycle items wherever possible and repair stuff wherever possible. And I just feel like I love to take good care of my belongings. But like I was saying, the main gist of this video, like, the most attractive thing is not just external beauty. So maybe in the future days of my life, I would really want to focus more on nurturing and building and enhancing my inner beauty. There are so many habits perhaps which I have myself which I think can improve. And yeah, lately, like, I love to carry out like certain experiments all by myself, and I feel like, you know, I always use that as an example. Like, I have a cousin, right? I won't say her name, but my cousin, like, I'm not impressed by people generally. My cousin, we grew up together. We were like playmates. So she is 1 year younger than me, but we were always like very close. And I remember that she, even till day, like, she was so confident and so bold. Like, it didn't matter. She was also stunning. She is still very, very beautiful, mashallah, very beautiful. Like, but the fact that she was so confident and sure about herself, like, she was larger than life. No matter what she wears, even if she wears anything horrible, any ugly dress, she will make the dress look beautiful. So that girl is to me the epitome of self-love, confidence, and you just have to own who you are, no matter what you. It doesn't matter. Many girls believe. I don't know how to make certain people understand. Many girls believe, like, just because they don't look a certain way, this is not bringing them luck in love, or this is making them unattractive in the eyes of people. But people don't care. The point is, how do you view yourself? It doesn't matter what shape you are, what weight you are, what color, skin color you are, how your hair is, doesn't matter. It just depends how you treat yourself, how you feel in your skin, and people can feel your energy, believe me. So it's okay if once in a while you don't feel like the most confident person in the world, but don't forget that people have no idea what's going on in your mind. You give them the vibe that they will believe or not believe in. So again, a reminder to myself that, as women, our worth is not just in our makeup, in our hair. We don't have to look perfect all the time, and that's okay. The right person, anyways, will not like you just for how you look. Anyone can like you when you're beautiful, when you're, looking perfect, sleek. Just like right now, I'm looking like quite well put together, well groomed, and I have makeup on. I've like cute little earrings on and whatnot. But There are moments when I myself, I don't recognize myself. And that's why I try to, when I go out without making any effort with my appearance, I'm still me. Like inside, it's still me. My personality, my quirks, my qualities and shortcomings, my opinions, I know I have many. So that's still me. And if someone is going to date me or marry me or love me, like they will know the real me. Either they like it or they don't. But it doesn't matter how I look. One day I might want to look glamorous. One day I want to maybe just stay in my sweatpants and whatnot. So, another last little thing I want to add, which I think is quite pertinent. So, my sister, I have only one sister. I don't know why I'm precising, but my sister is a kind of guru for me. So, when I remember this quote that she said to me, and I will perhaps never forget that. If I could stick it on a wall, she basically told me that, your biggest asset is your personality. No one can take that away from you. And if you keep that in mind, if you believe in that mantra, then I think the world is yours. No one in the world can make you like doubt yourself. You will feel like you are the most beautiful, charismatic person on earth. It's not narcissistic, it's not vain, it's not bad to compliment yourself. That's the problem. We were brought up perhaps believing that it's wrong to flatter yourself. I'm not saying that you should be vain and keep boasting, but it's very good and very healthy from time to time to give yourself validation. It doesn't mean you're desperate. In fact, it's very attractive when you validate yourself. That's more than enough. That's all that you need, actually.